Alright, today I'm going to film actually what it's like to live in Boracay. So like a day in the life. So first thing, I woke up. As you can see, it's 7:30 in the morning. Quite nice, I would say. Good morning, beautiful morning actually. Let me show you this. I sleep here. I wake up with this beautiful view. Let me open the window. Oh, so good. Actually, there is good wind. So yeah, there actually is very good wind. So I'm going to go to kite surfing. Yeah, that's how I live. Beautiful villa. Right now, actually, I order food because what I actually do in the morning. So in the morning, what I actually do is that I wake up, I actually go to shower, brush my teeth, and etc. And then I go straight to work. Of course, need to make up my bed, some shit on the floor, going to go wash this. It's a little messy. But yeah, I bought actually this table, this chair, because if you think about it, later I will get into this. But yeah, like this is like my office. I work over here, and it's like very nice because I have AC. I have a very good chair, I have a very good table, and it's comfortable for me to work. I know some cash, maybe like 150 euros, something like that, or more, on the table. Computer, Mac M4 Pro Max, I think, or something like that, like the newest one, best one I bought last year. And damn, time goes so fast. And yeah, actually, I'll show you what it feels like. I have such a big kitchen. I never used this kitchen, never in my life. Like shit. Look at this. It's spotless, and I live here 2 months. Never been cooked. That's why I'm telling you that if you want to grow, just come to Asia. It'd be nice. And yeah, right now I wrote actually message on Facebook. I wrote message on Facebook for delivery guys to basically come buy food. For example, we have on like on apps in Europe. Here they just like have like a Facebook Messenger, something like that. And with Facebook Messenger, you just write them what kind of food you want, and basically just get there, and yeah, they always talk with you there, and what you want, like do they have something there or not, because in this island, like a lot of times you won't find what you want. So for example, you want one food, maybe it's like sold out or something like that, especially now after New Year, Christmas, like so many people over here. So need to wait for that to go back everything as normal. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to do is going to work, but I'm going to show you actually a very good few tips about working. So boom. Okay. So I want to show you actually this kind of app is called Rise, which is very nice, I would say. If you go to, let's say, week, or like I didn't have this kind of plan. I didn't use it, but I bought it again. So yeah, for example, I go here, and what it does basically tracks your time, how long you're focused on the work, what you're doing, and etc. So for example, as you can see, I worked at a company. I worked like 7 hours 3 minutes, so I had like very good focus time, 6 hours. I had breaks for 51 minutes, and basically it overview like tracks what on what kind of things you're working, and you don't really need to do anything. It's based on AI. And I'll show you another one. It's called Aqua. So this Aqua, what actually he does is, for example, I can show you. So for example, it's especially useful if you just want to talk about your ideas, or just want to brainstorm, or just actually want to talk with LLMs, because if you need to talk something with LLMs and explain them in deeper form, it's very lazy that you need to like type, like, right? But for example, if you put this key, so for example, double press, and say, hey, how are you? I want to do this new project. I have to make it really nice, very beautiful, and I hope you understand the idea. Boom, I press this, and what I get is instantly wrote text. It's very, very accurate. don't know why it doesn't focus. But the thing is that it's getting it's like very accurate. It's also using AI when you talk about it, like, so it makes very nice super sense. It's not like let's say iPhone if you're trying to use a voice app. So this like really supercharges your all of your work and activities and etc. Like it's super useful. So if you're working with computer a lot, I have to especially working with LLMs a lot, I really recommend. Now going to back to my work, I'll like work for 2 hours. Then I'm going to because today's Saturday, so it's more like 3 day, but I still will work a little bit. And yeah, what actually I'm going to do is to go kite surfing, as I said. So like show like how it looks like, feels like. Yeah, I think it will be quite interesting. I'll show like how the food looks like. Maybe talk about how much I actually paid for the food. So if you're interested, and yeah, it'll be like fun. Okay, so my food arrived. I'll go take my food. There. So boom, and order coffee, Spanish latte. I love it. And actually, it's like crispy double flakes. So it's like a chicken, egg, of course, and rice, and basically that's it. And here we like have like some sauce, vinegar, and it's like super healthy, super good to eat. I know, like especially if you want to work out, it's very good food. Okay, so finished working actually now. It's around 12, so basically worked around like 3 hours, something like that. But it's working like with very good focus, and yeah. Took my computer. We'll go now to kitesurf, and then probably we'll go to work a little bit more. So yeah, pretty chill Saturday. Doing whatever I can, and yeah, we'll see ya. All right, and we're back. So actually, I forgot to film it. Like, just literally got to film it. Today was a very good wind. I went to kitesurfing school and I broke 2 kites. And it was actually not my fault. It was accidental, and it was not my accident. The first kite, because you have to understand, like the kites are very expensive. One kite costs up to maybe from $1,000 or euros to up to 3,000. So these kites, of course, they're older. They're not costing that much, but yeah, it's like shitty situation because I wanted to go kite surfing. I just kite surfed maybe for like 1 hour, 30 minutes, and some beginner crashed in me. So the first thing, beginner crashed in me, and second thing, I just dropped the kite in the water and it got ripped. So it's like you see like how kites are fragile, especially older ones. So yeah, and I thought like I'll have to buy like a new kite, but I researched like how much actually like repair costs and etc., and just actually not that much. So I want to tell you exactly like what today I spent, so basically have like a clear idea what can you expect with costs. So for example, today I bought breakfast. So as you can see in the image video before, so it's like around 800 pesos, which is around 10 euros with delivery, with everything. So it's not too cheap, but yeah, 10 euros. And then what I bought, then I bought actually, then I actually went to kite surfing school. There I just tried to, as I said, kite surf. So maybe I had to pay for the repairs. And even, I don't know, like I have to pay for repairs because it's just like not really my fault. And based on everything I researched, it's not my fault. But let's say if I have to pay, maybe like rental will cost me around 2,000 pesos, which are around 30 euros or something like that. So 40 euros total now. And then after, if I need to repair it for repairs, it's around 2,000 more. So maybe it's like around 70 euros now I spent. And then I went to eat spaghetti. It's cheap, so it's like 380 pesos, and it's like around maybe 6 euros, so cheap to eat. Then I actually went to, why didn't I record actually, I forgot. Then I went to, how do you say, but that's the thing, I have to like make a habit to make myself to film it, and then I'll be more easy for me to film and do everything, and it'll be like much better. So yeah, then actually what I did, then I did go to cafe, drink another coffee, just chill, just analyze about how much kite costs to repair and etc. and like talk with my friends about the situation. So yeah, they recommend me to just chill and holy shit, let me wait. Okay, now we have peace. So yeah, and then I went to actually research. I just want to buy my own kite because I do like tricks and I want to do more tricks and I don't want to rent because it's really expensive just to rent. I think it's believe like I already like spent 800 euros just on learning from school, and now maybe another it will be like 400 euros just for renting, or maybe even more. Like I don't know because I didn't really check. So they're going to send me invoice. So as you can see, it's like quite expensive to rent, and you don't really save that much. And if I plan to kite surf a long time here, at least maybe for more 2 or 3 months, and I can resell the kite, so it's like I'm not like throwing money away. So it makes much more sense that I just buy my own and just have my own as just like taking care of my own gear. It just makes more sense. So yeah. So the kite and everything will cost me around 1,500 euros, and this is not including the board. So with board is around maybe it's maybe around like 2.2k in euros, or same like some similar to dollars. So yeah, it's quite expensive as you can see. The sport is, but I won't buy kite. Like I won't buy board now. For now at least, because there's no board really to buy. And also, when you kite surf, you need like 2 kites, or like maybe like even sometimes 3, because the wind is not the same always. So you need like, for example, I will buy like 9 meter, then maybe like 12 meter, and if I really want, maybe like 15, or like, but I don't really. I think I need that, but yeah, 9 or 12 or 13, something like that. So yeah, just like a quick update. Now I came back, maybe just do a little bit more work. Just researching about what kind of winds there is in Boracay, what can I expect, and etc. Like when is the typhoon season? Because in Boracay there's no really typhoons, but when typhoon just comes around in Philippines, you get really good wind speed. So that's nice, and yeah, pretty much I need to buy some gear. Kite surf more and just live the life, right? So yeah, I'll try to do next video a little maybe better, or at least I'll try to do it, like film more Boracay or film more like kite surfing. What? All right, so it's new day. Today is actually day 2 of the video that I actually filmed. So yesterday I talked about the kite, and actually after that I went like on a date, and yeah, I met this girl actually on New Year's Eve or stuff like that. On New Year's basically, and we talked about something. We actually connected well, and I forgot a little bit about her because I accidentally removed her from the search bar, and something like that happened that I just forgot about her. And then she like stalked my Instagram. She liked my picture. I was like, oh shit, I remember her now. So I texted her. I said like, oh, what you're doing? Let's meet. And basically we met. But why I even like tell you the story? The story is because like I really noticed my ego patterns yesterday, how strong they are, and what needs to be really addressed in my life. And because when you grow as a person, you need to, like at first, if you want to, let's say, attract a girl, I was like always fascinated, like how we can attract a girl, how a girl's mind works, how like literally how you get with any, how to sleep with any woman you actually want. So basically that, and I was like extremely good at it, but as my, let's say, consciousness and self-awareness changed, also changed other things, that I can see how I'm attracting girls that either are making me crazy, that gives me a lot of emotions, just everything is like so much craziness, a lot of craziness, and like I really love it because like it just gives me excitement. I can like then use my mind and my strength to basically still like manage a situation or something like that. Like just, I don't know, like get a ego win. For example, let's say a girl says like, oh no, fuck you, I don't want you, and then in some way I make her fall in love with her. she fall in love with me. Then like it's for me like I won, you know, like shit, like I did it again, and like like I did so many times this kind of nonsense that, for example, the girl doesn't like me, I put her to their place, then she starting to like me, then she started to fall in love with me, and I was like, oh, like I'm bored, I don't want you anymore. So like at first I love the chase. As soon as she likes me, then I was like stopping everything what she is doing. But even not necessarily that, I even just attract the partners, like not correct partners in my life, because of that nonsense, because of the ego games. And yesterday I played that nonsense again. It's funny. So yeah, I played this nonsense again with a girl, and basically, what happened is that we actually spent quite a nice time together for 30 minutes, and then like I'm starting to use my kind of, I don't know, like testing or manipulation. Like when you understand very good human behavior, everything you do is like really automatic. Like it's not like something you're starting to think. For example, when you tie your shoes, you don't really think how to tie your shoes, you just do it automatically. Same with dating. Now, since I know how to date and like I dated so much, like the programs are for me like automatically. Like I don't need to really think what I need to say, what I need to do. Like it just comes naturally and automatically because each situation is different. So like my subconscious mind or my conscious mind, like they just communicate very well to know a person extremely well in, let's say, just 2 hours. I can really know the person, and maybe especially the girl, after, let's say, 2 hours. I mean, like not everything, of course, but like how she will behave, how she will react in the future. Like I really test boundaries. That's what I'm saying. Like for example, I can say like in a joking way that you're fat, or like you're ugly, or like you're nothing to me, or something like that. And I want to see like the reaction, how she will react. And if she doesn't respect herself, she will say like, like you can see like a lot of insecurities in the people, because people who don't respect themselves will not stand up for themselves, and usually that's what happens. So this girl actually had tattoos. We actually talk about like what's her body count. She said like up to 20s or something like that. I believe her. I think maybe it could be even more, but you never know. But I don't judge, like I myself not an angel here, and yeah, just I knew that's the thing. Like I knew what kind of girl she is, and I knew that it will give me excitement because she's like a boss girl type girl, which if you'd never dated boss girl types, she's going to be more behaving like a man more, like trying to put herself as a leader. In a relationship, you always want to be a leader, like a man should be a leader, and because like girl really follows a man in some sort of way, especially in a relationship. She wants to trust you as a man. So if you cannot lead, she cannot trust you. That's like one of the main things about relationship. But yeah, so I got cocky, like I'm saying this and this, blah blah blah, and like I'm teasing her, like in a funny way, teasing her about like looks, about her IQ, about everything, like just trying to put her really down. And yeah, of course, like I'm not like being serious, I'm just being like in a funny way, but of course that doesn't really resonate with all the people, because they don't really know if I'm serious or not. But I try to be like in a joking way as possible. And in one point, like let's say if you really want to sleep with a girl on the same night, it's like a best trick I can give you. You actually, what you need to do is if you go on a date, let's say you go on a date, you spend like, and let's say a couple hours in the restaurant, and then you say like, oh, let's go to my place, and or like if you have a car, like a bike, it doesn't matter, just say like, let's go to my place, something like that. She'll ask like, oh, why, what we'll do there, like then you say like, oh, just like, I don't know, like chill or stuff like that. And basically if she doesn't want that, you can say like, oh, it's okay, just, and then I will just drop you off home. And this works really well because she doesn't want to be alone, and like she just wants to hang out with you more, especially if you're like seem a cool guy. And like if you show her that you don't need her or like don't really want her, like, and but you have to like be very sure about it. You cannot lie. It's, I cannot even explain it. If you say it, let's say, oh, you can go home, but you really want her to stay, then it won't work. But if you really don't care about if she will stay or she goes, she can feel that in your energy, and most likely she's going to go with you at home, and then basically that's a close deal. But yeah, so basically she called me like a in the restaurant she called me like a bitch. Also, she's like not like a serious way. Also, no, like that's like a man mind battle. So she called me a bitch, and as soon as she called me that, that's it. My ego was full force. And I'm like a tiger, just looking at the food now, because like I'm a fighter, or at least I was a fighter, and the mind game was just like same as the ring. Now I have to like beat her. So like beat her means to destroy her ego, and yeah, I went full force in it. And then she like calls like me a stupid or something like that, and we're just really battling. And I said like, oh, I said, and she says something like, she says like something like that about that basically that I need to change for her or something like that. And I said like, no, if you don't like it, just you can go home or something like that. And of course she said like, oh, so you want me to go home? I said like, yeah, if you don't like me or stuff like that, just go home. And then she like stand up, look at me, and says like, really? I said like, yeah, sure. And she left. So like actually first time happened like this, and I was like, interesting, but I was like interested in like situation itself, like why did it lead up into this, like why I got so excited into this, why this happened in the first place. So at first I was like, at first I thought like she's such a being, like so she has like such a big ego, she's like so, like I avoided like a problem or something like that in my life. But when I think about it, like it's not necessarily she did anything wrong, because like I attacked her too. So it's like I met equal partner. Literally I met equal partner in my ego level. And yes, she has a very big ego, yes she has, but me too, like I have, I think, even bigger ego than her. And why ego is like, you know, like so important, and why I talk about it, like ego. The ego is cause of the all of the suffering. That's like the core issue. The ego causes a lot of suffering in your life, unnecessary suffering. And if you don't notice it, like then you can suffer all your life. So yeah, ego. So I actually like analyzed. I was so excited actually after the date to analyze what happened. I was like, shit, I need to understand like why it happened, like why she said this, why I said that. Uh, because you know, like the situation was itself was very intense internally. Like I cannot explain. Like it you get like such a rush of energy. Imagine if you're talking with 10 out of 10 girl, and you're like, let's say, doing it well, you can feel like so much emotions and etc. So it's same like that feeling. Like it's not that we're arguing or something like that. It's just a very internal battle that she knows how to play it and I know how to play it, because she spent time with men. If she would be, let's say, innocent girl, let's say, with two men or stuff like that, like she would be clueless what's going on. That's why she didn't let her to be mentally destroyed that easily. And even if I would want that, I could do it, but like I was like realizing, what's the point? Like I proved myself maybe like already like 5 or 10 times. I don't know, like many times. I proved that I can do it many times, and I'll do it even if I do it again. Like how much joy or satisfaction it will bring. And I was thinking like it's so goddamn stupid. Like why I'm doing this? And yeah, like of course it's ego. And the thing is that I analyzed, like I said, like a very long time, 2 hours, and I was like thinking, all right. So what I have to do is actually just say honestly how I felt about this situation and how I feel about her, and just be honest basically. And that really killed me because you always want to have like this upper hand or upper ground, like being this nonchalant guy, like mysterious guy, right? And like it's so funny because you everywhere you have to be really vulnerable, like because like when I feel that I have to be honest, I'm being very vulnerable, like being easily targeted or something like I'm feeling small or like feeling like soft or something like that, like, and I hate that feeling, and maybe my ego does hate that feeling, and maybe I feel like then weak or something like that. But then when I look at the situation differently, if I know like I can psychologically eat a girl alive, then why should I care about, let's say, comment that, let's say, a little girl calls you stupid or bitch, like you won't really react to that, right? So I think that's really interesting that I needed to show my full force on a little girl, and that shows my insecurities because, like, what's the point, like it's just being insecure. But most people don't even realize or like not even care to notice these kind of patterns, and that's the thing. Like, I was like so surprised because, for example, if I want, like, let's say, a partner in my life, like I would want the girl who is let's say also into like not spirituality, like it's not like awareness or consciousness, understanding about the human behaviors, just overall more educated about these kind of things, and at least curious about these things because I would have something to talk about. And yeah, like these kind of girls would never go to mind battles, ego games, because they would realize that it's just a mind and ego game. And yeah, and like, funny thing is that girl that I went on a date, she actually chose acceptance, which is actually a high level of consciousness, because she didn't went to ego games because like she left because she got hurt. That's the only thing. She felt attacked and she felt uncomfortable, and she felt that her ego was threatened because I did really threaten. Like, I tried to murder her ego, and when you do that, either like a weaker girl will going to be submitted and going to give up. A stronger girl, let's say a boss girl or more manly girl, she's going to fight. And maybe a girl who's like more spiritual or like an accepting way, she's just going to leave. Or at least that's what I think right now. Maybe she left because she just left because I told her. But yeah, like, we're not all perfect, right? We all do stupid mistakes, stupid shit. That's one of my, not mistakes, but I would say this is one of my bigger realizations how I should behave now going forward to dates. Because like I'm really trying to win something which I don't need to really win. I think that's just old programs running, old programs that don't really suit me anymore. Same with these kind of videos, for example. It's very hard to be vulnerable because like I'm always afraid that people can take advantage of it, and people will. That's, you have to just accept it. But that's the thing, like, you don't want, because your ego thinks that you'll be less if someone knows like who you actually are. That's like the biggest thing about ego and mind games, and just like you always think like you're going to be less if you do something that is honest, true to yourself, and etc. So yeah, and especially it's hard to put this kind of videos, even like if not really a lot of people watch it. It's still very hard because you're putting your mistakes or your imperfections out there, because people always want you to see them as a perfect. That's the funny thing. People always portray themselves as perfect. So yeah. So what we can learn from this, right? Or at least what I can learn from this. So when I will go to a date now, let's say, I used to think that if a girl disrespects you, you have to attack her even more. So if the girl disrespects you, uh, let's say he calls you stupid, bitch, or anything like that, right? Then you have to say like very calmly, like, look, I don't like how you talk with me. Uh, it feels me. I feel like it's uncomfortable to me, and basically you just say like in very calm manner, in very professional manner, how you feel about the situation, and if she continues doing that, you just leave. That's it. You don't need to fight or dominate her or put her ego down or go to these battles of manipulation and etc. Because it just burns a lot of unnecessary energy. It creates a lot of fake relationship. Because even if you put her ego down, you're just looking at shell of the girl because she's not herself anymore. Just many like very wrong reasons. But yeah, very important that a girl is respecting you. Because if there's no respect in relationship, there's no relationship. You cannot let her, and you cannot let a girl disrespect you. Same as men. I think men also should not disrespect a girl. And before you go to a date, you always have to remember that girl will test your boundaries. She will test it either way. She does it consciously or unconsciously. You have to be prepared of that, and it's your option if you want to use force, which is like manipulation, games, and etc., or power, which is just acceptance that look, you're explaining calmly situation and calmly, and if she doesn't resonate with that, you just leave. And you don't need to prove anything, you don't need to battle, you don't need to do anything. It's actually very peaceful. You see how life can be peaceful. uh, but why we play these games? Because it's the ego, like we want really to prove something, especially to her or to ourselves, and we don't have this peace. We have like this anxiety, we have like so much drama, we have like so much emotions, we have so much shit in our lives because we play the ego game. And imagine how peaceful it is. You just leave, you said you're calmly your position, you have no drama, nothing, no burn energy necessary. And then maybe you can even change the person in a good way, because maybe like she never met someone that respects their boundaries and just calmly leaves, like, because most of the people either going to battle or they're going to submit. It's very rare to find a person who just very calmly tells you that and leaves. Very rare. So you have to be rare. Yeah, so it's like it's fucking new year, and like already so much happened. Like I will tell you also why I broke up with let's say, I would say like arguably like one of the most attractive girls in this island. Same thing, ego games if you want a short answer, but yeah. So we'll see you in next video. Bye bye.